Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking about my 4 ways to feel better when you're sick. I want to preface this by saying I'm not a doctor and this is not medical advice. Definitely see your doctor if you're sick and you feel like you need one. But anyway, I was sick all last week and I felt like I wasn't like miserable the whole time, and I was like, I think maybe I've like cracked the code or something, or I don't know, maybe I just wasn't that sick. I always just don't feel miserable unless I have a stuffy nose. I never got the stuffy nose. I had a pretty bad cough and stuff. I was definitely sick, but anyway, I felt like I recovered relatively fast, and yeah. Anyway, just felt like something I should talk about this week, so that's what I'm gonna do. So first thing on the list, pretty obvious, resting. When you're sick, I feel like a lot of people do things that they don't have to do. Like, obviously, it's very easy for me to say because I don't have a job right now. So it's not like I have to go to work or just even do any work or anything. But I feel like a lot of people when they're sick, they still do things like clean their house and stuff like that. And you know what? Your house doesn't have to be clean. You cannot clean it. That's generally how I live my life. I basically clean when people are coming over. So that definitely falls into the category of you don't have to do this. So anything like that, little things you don't have to do, that don't have to get done. You're not going to get fired or like lose money or anything if you don't do it. Don't do it. Rest as much as possible. That is going to make you feel a lot better. You're going to feel happier too. I basically just sat around and watched Boy Meets World, and it was great. It felt like being sick in the 90s. And that's what you did when you were a kid. You sat at home and you watched TV, and it worked. So maybe that is the key. Just let yourself chill, let yourself rest, and your body will get better faster. Number 2 is make sure you're drinking enough. Everything that I found says, don't drink caffeine or alcohol. I didn't drink alcohol. Caffeine, I definitely did drink. For me, I don't know, soda seems to help when I'm sick. It's probably a psychological thing, so you don't have to take this advice. Doctors say don't do the caffeine, don't do alcohol. Just drink water or Propel water or Gatorade or whatever. Depending on what kind of sick you are, you might want the electrolytes. Just drink. Just drink a lot. Flush whatever is in there out of your body. And I think that really helps too. But also, no shame if you're drinking soda. Number 3 on my list of things you should do to recover when you're sick is light movement. This is not one that I used to do, and that's why I think maybe I stumbled onto something here this time, because I was in the middle of step bets, which if you've seen any of my other videos, you've seen me mention step bet, which you basically place a bet on yourself that you're gonna hit your step goals for a certain amount of time. The only way to get excused from that is with a doctor's note, and I, as I said, was not sick enough to need the doctor. I was in the middle of all these step bets. I didn't want to lose my money, so I was getting 10,000 steps throughout my sickness, and it was not fun, let me tell you. It did not feel good the first few times, but I really didn't want to lose that money. So obviously if you have a fever and you're really sick, this may not be a good thing, but I still think moving in general, and again, not a doctor, but I think the moving, just overall movement, just light movement, don't run 6 miles or anything. But if you're walking, I was literally shuffling a lot of the time because I was really tired. But if you're just walking around your house, just getting a little bit of exercise in, even if you're sitting down every 5 minutes, just a little bit of movement, I think makes you feel better overall. So again, not a doctor. This is not medical advice. I have not studied this, but in myself, it seemed to help. So I would say definitely just get some steps in there. You don't have to get 10,000, but if you can shoot for 5 to 7, again, depending on the severity of your illness, just try and get some steps in there. And number 4, the last tip on my list is to kind of only take medicine if it's necessary. Again, not a doctor, but I this time wasn't really taking anything. I didn't have any cough pills, and I don't know, it wasn't super bad, and I feel normally I would have just taken it right away even when it's not that bad, and who knows what that does. It probably doesn't make it worse, but I feel doing that with everything kind of masks you sometimes. If you have a fever and then you take pills to break it, or to keep it down, you don't know how long your fever actually lasted. So I don't know. I feel like masking symptoms in general is just not great to do. And like, I never got the stuffy nose and I never took medicine. I'm like, maybe taking the medicine is making the stuff move around and give me the stuffy nose. So again, obviously not a doctor, because I don't think stuffy nose is like the medical terminology. This is what I did. It seemed better this time. So that is what I'm recommending, to not take medicine unless you like really, really need it. Those are my 4 tips for how to take care of yourself when you're sick. Just a little note at the end. Again, if I have not said it enough, I am not a doctor. And if you feel like you need a doctor, please go to the doctor. Do not take any of this as medical advice. And yeah, not a doctor. Not a doctor. I'm not even the healthiest person in the world. So take this with a grain of salt. But this is what I do, and I think it is helpful. So as a little bonus tip, another thing that I do this all the time, but you can especially do it if you're sick and you don't have to go anywhere, is get yourself some comfy clothes that still make you feel cute, so that when you're looking in the mirror and you're all pale and gross and whatever, and you don't like what you see, you can still be like, hey, look at my cute outfit. So this is the Retreat quarter zip and relaxation sweatpants from Zyia. If you did not know, I'm a Zyia rep and I sell this stuff. So I will link in the description to these specifically. They have a bunch of different colors. This is the navy. It's super good. It is a quarter zip. You can zip it up and stuff. Obviously that's a quarter zip too. The pants are so comfy. These are like my travel pants. I always wear relaxation when I'm going on a plane or whatever. It's just super comfy. All of the clothes though are very, very comfy. So highly would recommend. I will link in the description to these, and you can get yourself a sweet new outfit for traveling or for the next time that you're sick. So thank you for watching. If you saw any value in this, even just laughing at me rambling about things, then please like and subscribe. I do videos every Saturday, and I'll see you next week.